works. So let's shift gears, man. Let's move on to the offensive side of the ball. This shot right here, one of my favorite of the day. I said, good Lord, I'd like to report a crime. Look at E. Wilson here, man. Is that not unbelievable? Like, seriously. That poor guy, that guy's got a family down there, Tim. This guy right here, got a family at home. So Emanuel Wilson went off. We're not overly surprised, obviously. We've been talking about Emanuel Wilson for the last couple of years. I remember us talking in the preseason, we might have the best backup running back in the league, right? Give me that shot, Tim, if you don't care. Put that back up for me. Let's play a couple of tutters. We'll play them back-to-back here. This was Emanuel Wilson punching it in to give the Packers the first lead of the game for the Packers, 7-3. I think this was in the first quarter. This is Emanuel Wilson from about the 2-yard line. And again, he runs with power. He's got versatility. I love his ability to bounce side to side just to make a slight move in the hole, make a guy miss, and then get north and south quick. Phenomenal job by Emanuel Wilson. Here was his first touchdown on a first and goal run.
Sweet. Straight ahead, got hit at the line, kept on churning and got in. Green Bay in the end zone on their first drive of the day.
And they said it perfect there, Tim. He got hit right there in the hole and just powered through the run. Here was the second touchdown of the day. This one came a little later. I think this was in the third quarter, 10:58. I counted it as middle eight. And I said in the tweet, Emanuel Wilson extends the Packers lead 17-6. Turnover differential, Green Bay 1-0. Middle eight, Green Bay 7-0. We counted it if it's within 2 seconds. Typically, if it's under a minute, I'll try to let you guys know. Technically outside of the middle eight, but in this case, it's a 10:58 mark. So right there outside of the middle eight, but still counts in my opinion. Here we go. This was Emanuel Wilson's second touchdown of the day.
Wilson again reaches for the goal line. Packers make him pay.
And I know those are short down yardage plays there, Tim, with both touchdown runs from Emanuel Wilson. But the first one, he got hit at the line of scrimmage. Looked like the dude hit a wall. To me, Emanuel Wilson looks thicker this year. He runs with power, but he also runs with great agility, being able to bounce, that one cut and go type guy. To me, he is. And he is fit for this Matt LaFleur offense. He can run outside zone if you need to, get out laterally, cut back across the grain, get the defense flowing to the sideline, but also he runs with power too, man. Phenomenal job.
Yeah, and I love him in the post game too. You know, we saw him getting the game ball, and he said, "Appreciate the opportunity. Let's go back to work." I love the attitude, right?
Yes.
And that's that type of attitude is contagious, and you can't tell me he's not getting some of that from Josh Jacobs, who we all know is that type of leader. I don't know if anybody outworks Josh Jacobs in that running back room, but certainly Emanuel Wilson is up there, and you could see it in his game, man. Just a good dude, and first start, I believe, since his college days, and he gets over the century mark, couple of tutters, was effective in the short passing game. Just a great. This is what we talk about next man up. You know, we know Josh needed that extra week to get ready here for Thursday against the Lions, and to really just not miss a beat in the run game. With your RB2 is it's priceless, man. So salute to Emanuel Wilson, man. Hell of a performance.
Let's go to the chat here. Cheesehead Murph in the house says EW23 backstory is amazingly inspirational. It really is, man. Hearing how he thought his career was over because he made it. What was he made 3 days in camp in Denver and they cut him.
Yep.
And he said he called his mom and was like, "Mom, it's probably over." Like, I didn't even make it 3 days. Packers came calling, and he's taking advantage of his opportunity. Man, I think he fits in Green Bay perfectly. I know you helped him find his dog there one day, right?
Yeah,
and,
shout out to Mark.
And is he not, Emanuel, is he not like just a down-to-earth dude, man?
Oh, yeah. Super cool guy, man. One of the more accessible dudes as well. Always takes time. He'll stop and talk to a fan, you know, that kind of thing. And he fits the Packer mold, right? Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Jen Wright in the chat said all guys who had an opportunity to capitalize big time. It's like what you said earlier, right? It's like depth. That's what we got here. I love what Camden says here in the chat. He says Toyota-thon, baby. That's right. And that's what's funny is we didn't even need the Toyota-thon magic yesterday. We just leaned on the run all day. You know,
that's right.
So, got that in the back pocket. So I want to give a shout out here. I want to show this on the screen. Then if you'll get the Emanuel Wilson thing ready for me, Tim, I want to just show this to give credit. The audio is from NBC 26. Kelly Hallinan. I hope I'm saying that right. Hallinan, maybe. Packers running back Emanuel Wilson made his first start since college at running back 1 today with Josh Jacobs out with a knee injury. 28 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was her interview with him afterwards. Also want to mention he also had 2 catches for like 18 yards. I think he finished somewhere around 125 all-purpose yards and 2 tutters. So he did it in all facets of the game. So shout out to Kelly. Y'all go give her a follow at Kelly, Hals. Here's her interview with Josh Jacobs, with Emanuel Wilson immediately following the game.
Wilson, Emanuel, 28 carries, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns for you today. How would you describe your career night?
Wonderful. From far as for myself, just went out there and tried to make plays and continue to get the run game going.
When you found out that Josh wouldn't be playing today and you would be running back 1 for the first time since college, what were you feeling entering today?
Honestly, when Coach Summers just told me be ready to go and go out there and make plays for us, I had butterflies, a little nervous. I had to talk to Matt Orgzik, and he just told me it was another game, and it's just with a bigger title, and the title's just a name, so just go out.
We're building a team, not collecting talent. I talked to the long snapper, Matt Orgzik, and he helped settle me down. You've got a backup running back leaning on a long snapper to kind of, settle down a little bit, with your first start. I just think that's awesome.
But then be yourself.
When you punch in that first touchdown, did that calm the nerves a little bit? What was that feeling like?
What really calmed the nerves was I had a duo play and I ran over the safety. And after that, all my nerves went away. And then when I scored my first touchdown today, it was pretty cool. When I ran 51 over, I just kept my feet moving. He stopped his feet.
He had to give a shout out to the number. Yeah, I ran 51 over whoever the hell that is. Good luck.
He stopped his feet. I kept my feet moving. I love it.
So pretty cool.
How would you describe the performance from your offensive line today to really open things up for you?
Oh, it was wonderful. Big Banks, he always do a little bounce and put his head to mine and just say, let's go. And I've just been leaning on them ever since.
I know you guys have been looking for a complete football game today with Zane on special teams, with the defense flying around, getting to J.J. McCarthy. How would you assess the team's performance as a whole?
I'll give it an A+. Little stuff we still got to work on as far as little details and stuff like that. But overall, it was a good game.
I know it's a short week for you guys, 2 divisional games. Next up, Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. How do you carry this momentum into Ford Field?
Really just keep going and dialing in practice. It's a short week, so we take walkthrough series and I'll be ready to go Thursday.
And I have to let you know you're the first running back this season to have over 100 yards.
We all lean on Josh, so once he come back, I'm already know he's gonna get his. So it's gonna be wonderful to see him get his.
Immediately shifted it back to somebody else, right?
I know he had a lot throughout his career, but we're gonna be excited.
Was he giving you any feedback or anything on the sidelines today or ahead of today's game?
Yeah, throughout the game, it was just one particular play where I caught it and then just went straight up. But if I would have stayed on track, it probably would have been an 80-yard touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's okay. I also saw you got a game ball. What did that mean to you? What was the locker room like after this win?
They was excited for me because of my performance and stuff like that. It means a lot to me just because the team, trusts me and everything like that. So I feel good about it.
All right. Thank you so much, Emanuel. Congrats on the win.
Great job by Kelly, too. What an awesome interview there, man. Y'all make sure you go give her a follow right here, okay? Kelly Hallinan, if I'm saying that right. But I love too. He said he talked to Josh Jacobs on the sideline. Jacobs like, hey, man, you cut here. You'd had an 80-yard touchdown. There's always room for improvement. I love that dude. I'm so glad he's a backup running back. And I was going to pull up his contract. I forgot to, but talk for a second. I want to say he's still an exclusive rights free agent or something like that. I hope he is anyway.
I believe we do. I think we have exclusive rights to him, but you might want to double check that. Jen Wright in the chat hits it on the head. So reserved, no ego, all hard work. Great point, Jen. That's exactly the type of dude he is. And I mean, you can see it there in that interview too. Like you said, Clayton, right away, deflecting the praise and putting the light back on Josh Jacobs. And, you got to love that attitude, right? Like you can tell Emanuel Wilson embraced that role. He knew that yesterday was the day for him to step up. And if they ask him to step back into that number 2 role on Thursday against Detroit, he's going to approach that with the same attitude and the same work ethic. And he's going to go out there and make plays and try and help us win a ball game. And you got to love it, man. No ego. It's we're building a team, not collecting talent for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. So he is a restricted free agent, Tim.
Okay.
So obviously, allowing players with an accrued 3 seasons, 3 accrued seasons to negotiate with other teams, but their original team can retain them by making a tender offer. So essentially, you can put how much money you think he's worth on him, right? Let's say it's a 3rd round tender, and that equals so much money. You guys can go look up that chart, right? And if a team comes in and goes, okay, yeah, we'll match that. We'll actually give a little bit more. You get an opportunity to match it. If you don't match it, then they got to send you that 3rd round pick. So I always tell people, Tim, if they're restricted free agents or exclusive rights free agents, if the Packers want them, they will have them.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's essentially the easiest way to look at it, because teams aren't going to go out and crazy overpay for a player who are a restricted free agent or exclusive rights free agent. It just doesn't happen very often. So Emanuel Wilson, I think, will be back. And what's cool is the fact that he's even though it's restricted, he's still a free agent. He's going to get a pretty good pay increase. That's awesome.
Pay that man his money.
That's right, man. Because again, he's kind of built to stay healthy too.
Yeah.
Think of a time where he was banged up. Can you?
I thought a little bit last year, but he didn't miss a lot of time at all, if any. But yeah, availability is everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Marshawn Lloyd, man. We were so excited about Marshawn Lloyd in this running back room, and if you can't stay on the field, what are we going to do? So that is an attribute to a player's game, their ability to stay out there and be available. So, and that's not a knock on Marshawn Lloyd. It's just one of those unfortunate things. It happens. I mean, we were just talking about Colin Oliver. Another guy who basically lost his rookie season. Doesn't mean you're out. Emanuel Wilson's a great example of that story. We talked about, how his career started in Denver and, how it started versus how it's going. I think it's going pretty well for Mr. Wilson right now.
Absolutely. We got Caldwell Corner in the house this Victory Monday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love this too. Chester Marco in the chat. The biggest ability is availability, right? Yeah. Availability and accountability always trumps ability. You can be the most talented football player on the face of the earth. If you're not accountable and not available, it doesn't even matter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Johnny Manziel. Boy, you talking about a guy who had a natural feel and talent for the game, but not accountable. That's a perfect example of not being accountable, right? Sad story there too, by the way, if you ever guys get a chance to dig into it. I think it's worth digging into, but just someone who pissed away an awesome opportunity and a guy that his teammates love too. That's another thing.